consciousazine.com Chronicles.
Hello everyone, today's video, Organic Portals, Spiritless Humans in the Spiritual Movement 2, False Saviors, False Light. Summarizing the modus operandi of hyperdimensional matrix and occult forces in light of trauma, abuse, false light, new cage teachings, traps of agreement, the Savior program, and negative forces masquerading as positive ones to derail people, and especially more sensitive souls with a mission profile, off the path. There are two main patterns I've noticed that these dark universal forces try and derail us from our purpose in greater remembering to the truth of what we are. One is through trauma. They will create a life so built on misery around a more sensitive soul so that they will have the odds stacked against them as far as actualizing their gifts and talents. This will come through relentless interferences, distractions, temptations, to more severe things like childhood abuses, until eventually one of the experiences sticks. And that's why I always say don't stick to the surface, and the Buddhas talk about detachment all the time. Until one of these sticks enough to fragment the soul and sets the person on a journey of trying to escape their pain through a life of suppression and avoidance. Eventually some stronger souls end up having an awakening moment, often in a moment of complete despair and desperation, where the walls they built around themselves have sufficiently crumbled to bring them to their knees so that they may experience divine grace and reunite with the God aspect of themselves, using all the trauma and pain of their experiences to become wiser. The second pattern they try and play out is a lot more manipulative, and I see many people stuck in it now. And I also just escaped the stage myself. This is where we begin to delude ourselves to the existence of this darkness in the universe, spiritually bypassing into statements that all is love and yet we are not there, yet in our state of being. And often this is when people buy into the New Age false light machine, thinking if they just focus on positive and manifest, everything will be great and they'll get the things they want. That as single individuals, they are the creators of the universe, giving their ego a bunch of devices to keep it busy from discovering deeper, more uncomfortable truths about themselves. Instead of taking deeper self-responsibility, they use their moments of awakening to become more deluded. Some of whom are more psychic will even be contacted directly by these beings via dreams, visions, ceremonies, who then will trap them into believing they are here to help us or save us, thereby putting us in a position of disempowerment once again, and forgetting the depths of our true power we hold to be humans upon life on Earth at this critical moment. It's kind of like first these forces try and outright bully you, hurt you, and secondly they try and befriend you in a way which leaves you ungrounded and seeing these darker forces as some type of savior, as they often masquerade themselves as beings of light, Jesus, Shiva, benevolent, aliens, whatever image your subconscious will trust. So I see many people in this right now. I was not so deep in this. I had my own little my feet a little bit into this, but I see a lot of people completely trapped behind this scenario right now in 2018, just after the eschaton has finished. Any darker spiritual being who tries to coax or manipulate you in some way to worship is feeding off your life force and still keeping you disempowered. The truest state of spirituality is a state of devotion, bhakti, a devotion to truth, to love, to your own heart. You know, the river of heaven flows through your own heart, and expanding the awareness of your soul. This inspires freedom and great free will. And you've got to go with your own spirits, you know, become vertically spiritual, not horizontal, made up of other people's thoughts and belief systems, because that's horizontal surface existence. We do not need to become devoted to any external source, and there is no external source that will take care of us. We hold a gateway to heaven within our hearts that at only the right time, with sincere aspirations to our spiritual life, will open up more and more. There's nothing coming to save us. Like the story of Jesus coming back at the end of history is a Christic energy, which is a scalar wave emanation from the stars. So not one has come, but we are many. And we must awaken to the gift we have to be humans with life on earth and take self-responsibility for it, evolving to new levels of spiritual awareness and being than we have ever known on earth before.